All right, let's talk a little bit about the knee cut pass now. There's some specific circumstances that have to occur for somebody to try to knee cut you from the De La Riva guard. Like if we're just starting out here, you can't just drive this knee forward and knee cut. You have to strip this hook, and you have to now strip this hook as well. So the way that that's going to occur exactly is your partner's going to post on your leg, and they're going to try to step over this knee while moving this knee across to that hip exactly, hopefully not squaring you in the balls when he does it. But if it happens, we'll have an answer. So this foot is here, or another option, we kind of put our foot on the ground here once in a while just to create like optimal base. In that circumstance, if I lose this De La Riva hook, now again that same thing, posting, stepping over, driving this knee across is going to be how the knee cut is going to occur. So just know that when you're playing the De La Riva guard with either of these configurations, the knee cut possibility exists under those like specific parameters. And if you just do a good job of avoiding them, again, you don't have to deal with the knee cut. Right? If I'm doing this, anytime you touch my ankle, if I just grip strip, I don't have to worry about it.
Sure.
If I'm doing this and your hand goes near my knee, I grip strip, I don't have to do this. So if you're just really active with your grip, that's what this hand is for. This hand is for grip stripping when somebody posts on your knees or starts to try to remove this like supplementary leg. But again, we're human, we're going to screw up. So let's say Stephan checks this, he starts to step over. I recognize that the knee cut is coming. So as this knee draws across my hip, I simply turn my shin and drive, and I can just reset to like a more neutral guard. Or if I manage to keep my ankle grip as Stephan starts to cut across, I'm just pushing it back, using that initial kazushi. And even if you get a little farther across, just with knee tracking, I just load you up. And you're not going to want to stay there because I'm going to attack your back.
Right.
So you're going to reset to face me. So again, that initial stage is the one you want to practice the most. People shouldn't be able to just knee cut your De La Riva guard if you keep this lever mechanic in mind that even if my De La Riva hook is gone, as this knee tracks across here, I still have the ability to use my shin to push into the bend or the pit of my partner's knee while rotating their heel, and that allows me to just reset. So invest most of your time in that first response.
So when you say knee tracking, you mean if my knee starts turning this
exactly,
way, your knee starts turning
exactly.
that way.
I actually stole this term from Krishna Murja, who's like Eddie Cummings' original coach. I believe he's gone back to him now, and he uses the term like hand tracking, foot tracking. He does a lot of work with like hand fighting. If you're ever in the New York area, look up Red Dragon Jiu-Jitsu or Texel Jiu-Jitsu. That's where Krishna teaches. So that's his term, and I think it's a pretty good term, so I'm using it. So again, like here, I'm just using knee tracking. I'm following your knee with my knee, keeping my shin in the bend of your knee while maintaining this grip. And you can see like you feel really loaded up right now. You don't want to progress. So you're going to reset, and we're back into our Nogi De La Riva alignment.
So that's early.
That's early, right? The next stage is you've done this, you started to step over, you started to knee cut, and I didn't manage to track. I'm going to block your shoulder immediately, and I'm going to start to elevate you using this inside foot. All right, so I'm basically kicking you in the butt. If I don't check your shoulder, and this is important, there's a reason I'm bailing on this hook. If I don't check your shoulder and I try to elevate you, I either won't or I'll elevate you into a pass. Right, so I need to make sure that I can keep your weight about midway. So let's rewind for a second. So you manage to start to step over, you do this, I strip, and then I start elevating you, and then I reset. So once you recognize that your shoulder is being blocked and you can't come down, and I now have the ability to base and kick, you feel your center of gravity shifting. Notice
I'm gonna reset.
You're going to reset. You can't, like if I'm doing this and you start going forward, then we're coming into like our single legs and our back attacks. So I need to make sure that I'm checking your shoulder, this shoulder. So understand that if Stephan is knee cutting with his right knee, I don't want to check this shoulder. That doesn't help me at all. I'm checking the lead shoulder. Again, if you refer to our guard retention material in the BJJ formula, we call this the leading edge. So we've got the leading edge of the body here or here, whichever part is going to pin you is the leading edge. So right now, your shoulder is about to come in and crush me. I need to block that. So let's rewind slightly. Come back up, please. There we go. You move across. I lost this. I block the shoulder. I put my foot in base. And that's what activated this. It allows me
this foot goes in base, this foot kicks.
This foot kicks up. And I'm also resetting my hips. if you were a little bit farther down with this knee, I wouldn't be doing this, right? Like I'm no longer able to kick you. This is only viable if you rewind. If you beat this, I didn't knee track, and your knee started to come across. There we go. As long as I'm still relatively pointed at you, I can kick you in the butt, and I can reset my De La Riva guard. The late stage is that we got all the way into the knee cut. My hand has to be here. There's actually two parts to this. One is just, we make our Cosby frame. I pendulum, I rotate, and you'll see this motion in our BJJ formula guard retention thing.
So frame and hip escape.
Frame and hip escape. But if I just really screwed up, we're here and bingo, this happened. As long as I have the presence of mind to keep my forearm or my hand, if we rewind slightly there, I got my hand onto your knee, and I'm going to reverse cross face you. So I'm hooking your armpit with my fingers, just like I would in a normal cross face, and my shoulder is pressing to break your alignment. As I do this, I bridge, and I reset my guard, a more conventional, like either a half guard, closed guard, that kind
What
of
does that look like without me passing the guard?
So as you're coming in, you've hit me with your crossface, I match it, I put my foot on the mat, my forearm blocks. So I'm keeping your knee in this space between my thigh and my forearm. If I don't make that check, that reverse crossface thing, that bridge is just gonna move you into the pass. So I have to make sure that I'm denying the advance. I'm bridging, posting on your knee as I move my hips back and reset my knee back inside. So that's a very late stage. And that one is kind of a, like...
Hail Mary.
It's a Hail Mary, yeah. This is like your reserve shoot, like your mileage may vary kind of thing. Please don't let it go this far. All right.
Let's just one more time off the top here.
Sure.
So I've managed to strip.
Yep.
I've managed to stuff.
Yep.
Managed to block your hip. Managed to go here. My foot
Notice-
is still trapped by your leg.
Exactly. You notice my forearm immediately went here. Without this, nothing else is possible. So at the very least, get this done. Because with this, if you start to move in and I manage to like pummel my underhook, man, I'm in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not so much a late stage. That's more like an entry into different things. So yeah, again, we can kind of go down a rabbit hole of like defending guard passes. We didn't want to just give you this option of like, if you're caught, you screwed everything up.
Here,
You're
my foot,
here.
but I've got the
Exactly,
reverse.
but I've got this, yeah. So I activate that reverse crossface. My shoulder tension is activating my posture. If I keep my shoulder rolling, I'm screwed, right? So I want to just kind of recognize what I'm doing, which is activating proper regulated tension. I'm framing your knee. This foot goes into base. I bridge, I move my hip back, and I bring my shin inside of my wrist to start to reset my guard. I can't bridge and remove this. I need that placeholder system where I bring my shin in, I can reset my guard. I almost regret that we spent so much time on that late stage one, because really the first one is the one you should be working on. It's the shin tracking, it's the knee tracking, maintaining your alignment in that position, not letting someone get so deep. Do it that way and you're gonna be fine.